Hey there, I'm Carrie. I'm a mom of two who is leaning into finding the joy of living an ordinary life through slow living and minimalism, all while on our family's farmette. Now, when I say farmette, really all we have are horses, a lot of cats, and a small garden, along with some acreage. But it still feels farmette to me, and plus I just think it's a really cute word, so I call it a farmette. Growing up, my family had horses and cats, but it was never really the thing that I was into. Yes, I did go horse riding on the weekends with my dad and my sister, but I quickly phased out of that as I got to my teenage years. And I feel really lucky that now, as a 35-year-old, I am able to step back into that and really find a love of a purpose to care for these animals, to learn alongside them, and just to enjoy them and enjoy their company. So this is Tuesday, a 4th of July week, and it's really just a normal Tuesday. Just going in to clean up the barn's paddock area, just to get things all put away, put together, and pretty soon I'm gonna get the four boys that live here their dinner. And yeah, it's just a beautiful time of day, especially in the summer. I'll often just stop and enjoy the sunset. I can see the sunset from that angle, and it's just so still and peaceful and quiet. And even though we live in the village, but the horse barn is actually on the edge of the village, so it has close neighbors and we are close to roads, but it's just such a nice little secluded oasis, I almost feel like. And it's something that I'm trying more and more to just stop and enjoy those moments, not try to just be rushing through them to get to the next thing, because rushing through to get to the next thing is it's a never ending chase. And yeah, I'm a little tired of that. You can see a little kitty escort in the background there. And pretty soon you'll probably see a few more kitties coming. I think it's so important, especially during a holiday week, to really just slow down and take your time on things and not rush through, especially July 4th, which is very stressful for many people and especially for most animals. So, getting to let them be out and just be horses before the craziness of fireworks all start is just super important. The boys are all done eating, so they get to head back out to the pasture for the rest of the night. We keep a pretty wide open space for them, especially during the summer. They can kind of do what they want to do. And here you can see them. They're actually walking across to get down into the lower pasture. They're so cute when they all go together like that. But yeah, here's just another beautiful moment of getting to just bask in the sunlight of the sunset and just enjoy the view. Oh, and here's my little kitty escort I was talking about. Welcome to Wednesday, July 3rd. It's actually a pretty big day in our area. It's when there's a lot of fireworks going on in the evening. Most people are getting together. We'll actually be heading out later to visit with family before we come back to town for fireworks and to make sure that the horses are all okay. But my day out at the barn started with having to go find a halter out in the pasture, which is really long and really hard to find. So, yes, we do have air tags on their halters for this exact reason, because it would be next to impossible to find out here. We ended our July 3rd with some beautiful fireworks displays put on by our neighbors. We did not know these were going to happen. It was kind of a surprise, and yeah, it was beautiful, and we definitely enjoyed it. It's Thursday, officially July 4th, and just starting out the day with working in the garden a little bit, specifically on the tomatoes. We've been having a bit of issue with tomatoes having a lot of blossom rot, but we're hopeful that that will be turning around soon and we'll have more tomatoes than we know what to do with. Around mid-morning, I decided to sit outside on our porch and enjoy some blustery weather with a small cup of coffee and get around to watching a webinar that I've had on my to-do list for a bit of time. I don't know about you, but I personally love stormy weather, especially thunderstorms, and that moment before the storm blows in, how wild everything feels. Thankfully, it did not storm that day, but I wouldn't have been sad if it had. Ended the morning with a little minimalist chore that I've had, which is digitizing all the past years of my taxes and being able to send them off to the shredder. And we did end the day with just a few small fireworks on our driveway. We'll end this video on Friday, which of course I'm back down at the big barn just doing regular chores. We did get to see one final fireworks show that was actually across the street from our big barn, so we were hanging out there to make sure that everybody, horses and cats, were all staying nice and calm and nobody got hurt, which nobody did, very thankfully. Thank you so much for hanging out here. I hope that you had a wonderful July 4th weekend if you celebrate, or that you just had a wonderful week. See you guys next week.